So another video. And today I'm gonna be doing a house election prediction. I know that I started this a few days ago, but since a lot of it takes a long time to just fill in all the safe districts, and there are so many, so I'm only gonna go for the ones that are really competitive. So if there's like a place that I want to talk about, like Arizona 6th or Kansas 3rd, then I'll take them out. But for now, this is how the map looks with 208 Democrats and 198 Republicans. So let's start off. I'm just gonna go in order until I find something. Okay, so Arizona. So the 2nd congressional district, Anna Kirkpatrick is running here. She ran against John McCain for the Senate race in 2016. She lost by a pretty big margin, and now she incumbent Martha McSally is not running for re-election. She's running in the Senate. I think she's gonna win the Senate race, but that doesn't matter now. So I think that Anna Kirkpatrick, since she does have name recognition because of her run against John McCain, I think that she's gonna win. But it's gonna be in a leading margin. So now we have a few open seats. So here, Dana, I can't pronounce her last name. I think she's gonna win in a tilt, but I don't want to put tilt since there isn't any other tilts for anything else here. But I'm gonna put it as a lean Republican. There has been polling in favor of her, and I don't think that it's gonna flip, especially if it's a 15 term. Since 1989, that means that she has all this experience, and she's running against younger people, a younger man, and she can really undermine him. So it makes sense that she's gonna win. And here, Edward Royce. This is gonna lean Democrats because Edward Royce was pretty unpopular after 13 terms. That's a lot of terms to serve under a district, and they wanted something new. He probably just retired, but he could have still saw all this unpopularity. So I could see this going to the Democrats. And I think that maybe Walters will win. And this is like one of those calls, since I'm not that good at districts in the House. The only thing I have this is some polling, and we get the assumption that since it's Mimi Waters, she'll have a woman appeal, and since this is in Los Angeles, which is a very big city, it's kind of gonna be hard. But if Mimi Waters gets the woman vote and the voters that got her elected before, and since there's really nothing that had in her two terms that made her unpopular, I think that she'll hold on. So in San Francisco, Jeff Denham, I don't know. I think this is one of those pure toss-ups. So I'll come back to it. So Steve Knight, he wins. So Steve Knight, there was a poll a few days ago on Real Clear Politics. Steve Knight was leading, I think by 5 points, and there weren't any other polls. So That's the only thing I have off. And since he has the incumbency, he could use it in his favor. So I think that it's gonna go to Steve Knight. And here, California 10th. I think it's gonna lean for the Republicans. I think Jeff Denham is still in the Midwest somehow, in the Californian Midwest. Like here, where Republicans do good in California. So I think that since 2011, so that's not that long. But if Jeff Denham isn't that well known, like around everywhere, like not like somebody like Devin Nunes or Duncan Hunter, but he isn't that well known. But if he is an incumbent, Republican voters will probably come out to vote for an incumbent. So I think that'll win. And in Colorado, Mike Kaufman is losing in a New York Times poll. So you can't really blame him you can't really blame the 270 to win only with toss-ups to be leaning the Democrats. Okay, everything's good in Connecticut. The same thing with Delaware and then Florida. So this one isn't put in, but Carlos Cuervo, he's gonna win. He's been leading consistently in polling. This used to be a toss-up, but then it got changed to a lean Republican. So I don't understand that. But now I do. There was a lot of polling. Carlos Cuervo is a Latino Republican, which is really beneficial because this is a really big part of the state that's Latino and has like Puerto Rican immigrants. So it's kind of good for the Republicans. We have 23 seats left. I won't do every single seat in this video. I'll try and cover some in the next video that I make. So, of course, a lot of these states are safe. Illinois, here. Mike Bost. He's gonna win, I think. So, a lot of these places, this is a lot of the, like, Midwestern Illinois. Like, the part is like a lot of farmland. That's most of Illinois and most of a lot of states. It's just that there are a few big cities, and those are the only places where Democrats lead, and that's where they win. That's how they win. So I think it's gonna go. Mike Bost was leading in polling, and Peter Roskam won by 4 points in a New York Times poll a few days ago. And since he is the incumbent and he is somewhat experienced, he could probably get out his older vote, because if he got reelected 6 times, then he has a lot of voters. Maybe they were different or the same ones, but it doesn't matter. They could all come back and vote for him, and that will make it a pretty big margin. In Indiana, there's nothing, of course. In Iowa here. So I have to agree Rod Blum's gonna win in a league. And David Young, he's in Iowa's 3rd district. He really is in a tight race against Axon. The only reason I know that is because there was a poll where Axon was leading. But David Young, he's part of the committee in the House for schools and things like that. And since he's in that committee, and he has these campaign ads, and I just heard of it, always trying to get children better nutrition meals and better recess and things like that, so that can make him somewhat popular with parents. And since this is Iowa is more of this kind of Midwestern state, I think it's gonna go. And with all the other factors of the power of the incumbency, I have to agree. So Kevin Yoder, he's lost it. Kansas is going to him. Is not going to him. He's in the New York Times. He's losing by over 10% right now, but he could of course turn it around. And Lynn Jenkins, he's gonna win really narrowly, just because it's really Republican. And even if there's a blue wave, it doesn't mean that this is gonna actually go. So I think that I'll skip Louisiana just because there's nothing there. And in Maine, this is gonna tilt for Bruce Poliquin. This went to Trump by 10%, around 10 to 15%, around that margin. That's a lot, and I think that because of that, it's gonna go to him. A lot of Trump voters will come out here, and because of that, a lot of those Trump voters will come out and vote for him. I know that in the New York Times poll, Bruce is losing by 3 points, but that's not that much. And I think that when they get in the rest of the district, it's gonna lead. So now I'm gonna have more Maryland, Massachusetts, and Michigan. In Michigan, the only one is Mike Bishop. Mike Bishop goes to the Republicans in a leaning margin, tying the score with 209 Democrats and 209 Republicans. So I think that Mike Bishop, he's been leading in polling, and even though this is Michigan, I just have this feeling that even though it's a blue wave, a lot of people that live in these districts won't really mind, and they don't really care about the midterms. And I think this Michigan will be one of those affected areas. And this is the map with 17 more districts up. So Republicans are gonna get at least 209 seats. And this is not biased against them. This is even what 538 says. When they say plus 40 seats, you need to look at the map. And when you look at the map, it doesn't add up. Republicans even win sometimes. And they're saying that Democrats are leading plus 40 seats. That's really not how it works. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.